Just as all children are different in terms of their interests, their motivation, their focus, their energy, you're going to see all of that play out in terms of how they approach Mightier as well. So I'm going to talk about the 3 different approaches we tend to see kids taking in how they deal with the red zone and whether or not they pause the game in dealing with the red zone and bringing their heart rate back down. I'm going to preface this by saying that whatever your child is doing, it's absolutely fine. As long as they are playing and practicing, they're on the right track. But the 3 things we tend to see are children pausing, children avoiding the red, and children playing right on through the red. So first, pausing. So this is when your child's heart rate goes up into their red zone. They notice that, they're paying very close attention, and the games get harder, they have some visual cues to let them know they're in red, and they make a choice. So they choose to pause the game, take a break from gameplay, right? They press on the gizmo, they pause the game, and they do something very intentional to bring their heart rate back down to blue. This is awesome. This is an incredible thought process that they're going through. They're making a choice around what's going to work for them. And when they get back down to blue, they're rewarded for it. They collect a lava ling. Then they're feeling like, okay, this is something I'm good at. So that's approach 1. Approach 2 is avoiding the red. So we see this often when kids don't want to get into the red zone. They don't like that feeling. They don't like the lava lings coming out and interrupting their gameplay. So they end up paying very close attention to where their heart rate is on that gizmo and trying to keep it lower or bring it back down before they get into red. This is also a fine approach because it means that your child is paying very, very close attention to their heart rate and probably utilizing calming strategies fairly constantly in order to keep their heart rate low. So great approach there as well. The third thing we tend to see is kids who maybe are a little excited or driven by getting into the red zone and they like that increased challenge and they continue playing right on through when they're in red. Now this is incredibly hard to do because the games get more difficult. You have to manage gameplay plus dealing with heart rate control. But if your child is doing that and they're able to come back down to blue while playing, that's awesome. Like what an incredible skill they're mastering in that moment. So again, whatever your child is doing is absolutely fine. As long as they're playing, they're doing great.